We're at Kim's Taekwondo Center, Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm Master Penny Dugan. Today is lesson 15, Taekwondo Tournament Free Sparring. At our school, tournament free sparring is a combination of punching technique and foot technique. Students develop timing, quickness, speed, stamina. Your objective is to score points and your goal is to win. Other considerations for tournament sparring is to know the tournament rules. Is this a points tournament or is it continuous sparring tournament? So at our school, the color belts do point sparring, where they can score points by punching the body is 1 point, and kicking the body is 1 point, and kicking to the head is 2 points. Also know what the disqualifications are. Usually that's for excessive contact or drawing blood. Know what warnings are or minus points. That's usually kicking below the belt or to the back, using the hands to the face, running out of the ring, unsportsmanlike conduct. So make sure you know the tournament rules. At our school, continuous sparring is 1.5 minutes. That's for black belts. And we score 1 point to the body, 1 point to the head. We tally up the scores at the end of 1.5 minutes, and we turn in our cards to the ringleader, and that determines who won the match. So know the tournament rules so you're not surprised when you come into the tournament. Another thing is have well-fit safety gear so you can kick fast and you have good protection. So your head gear, hand gear, foot gear, make sure it all fits comfortable. Make sure you have the safety mouth guard, groin cup for men. Also make sure you have control and sportsmanship in the tournament. And most of all, remember, it's not how high you can kick in the tournament, but how accurate you are in the tournament. And it doesn't have to be a perfect kick with the ball of your foot or with the heel of the foot or with exactly the front 2 knuckles. It's making light contact, as in our tournaments, with accuracy. So we work on tapping the chest gear, not excessive contact. So to develop your accuracy, you always want to point your knee at the target and then strike with speed and accuracy. Ah! Another sparring strategy is called bait and switch. That's when you bait the opponent by doing the same technique over, by repeating the technique. They think you're going to do the technique, but you switch it up. So it's called bait and switch. For example, if I go after my opponent with hook kicks, so every time they do something, I respond with a hook kick. So they raise their arms. They know the hook kick's coming just by the way I'm moving in and stepping in. So here they fall for the bait by raising their arms up, which gives me the opportunity to switch it to a side kick. So as soon as I see them take the bait, I go to side kick. Looks like hook kick, but change to side kick. Bait and switch. Another bait and switch is step side kick, aiming for their ribs. This gets them to drop their block. So if I keep repeating this, they can tell I'm going to do a step side kick and I step behind. So their block will go down. When I see them take the bait, I kick to the head with a roundhouse. So I come in, step side, change to roundhouse. So step side, change to roundhouse. As soon as I see them take the bait, change your step side to roundhouse. Another technique is roundhouse, change to side kick. So I could add hand techniques before my roundhouse, but throwing a high roundhouse gets them to raise their block. which leaves their body open. As soon as I see them take the bait and raise their hands, I change my roundhouse to side kick into the ribs. Alright. Roundhouse, change to side kick. Alright, that roundhouse could be changed to a lower roundhouse. If you can get their block to go up by baiting them, change high roundhouse to mid roundhouse. Another bait and switch could be front kicks, change to roundhouse. So they think front kick is coming, change to roundhouse. They think front kick is coming, change to roundhouse. Front kick to roundhouse. When I see their block going low to block my front kick, I change it to roundhouse. Ah. Ah. So use your favorite techniques and change them up so you can score points. Another sparring strategy is masking. That is when you want to hide your technique. How you can do that is simply by keeping your hands moving, put out some punches, and you want to hide your kick behind the punches. So if they're watching your hands, punching, they don't see your kick coming because it's hidden behind the hands. So something easy to work with, just got to work up your speed. So just come in with hand techniques and hide the kick. Could be done with roundhouse as well. Keep your hands moving. The opponent will be watching your hands. And think of it as hiding your kick. Could also do it with blocks. So you might be having some blocks go by. When I started my training back in the 70s, there was no strategy other than offensive and defensive strategy. We really didn't get into the details of bait and switch, or masking, or hand movement, foot movement, body movement. Those things just developed on our own. So how we got good in those days was continuous practice and repetition. Also, what worked for me was sparring men that were bigger and stronger and faster than me. So I always had a challenge in my sparring matches, which ultimately made me grand champion in the Midwest, and went on to United States AAU competitions where I placed second place and fourth place. But how to get good is study different training and strategy methods that we mentioned in this video clip. Also, practice, repeat, and perfect your techniques by working with people that are bigger, stronger, faster than you. And you will gain your knowledge and experience from that training and become a Taekwondo Grand Champion. Thank you.